going, and then I gotta pee. I have way too much water in the bladder today from the swim. It was good. I actually was able to get down maybe, I would say, 500 mils during the swim. So it was really good. I was happy with that. Usually, like traditionally, I've never drank water while swimming. So we're winning. All right. Bathroom. Bathroom. BRB. There is a disturbance in the force. What's up, Three-Toed? What's up, guys? All right. Quick bathroom, we're back. What's up, bath salts? I'm going to jump on this podium ride that I'm already late for. Because I need to get the badge, and it's not looking like I'm going to be able to get on early enough to do the whole ride. Especially with, like, my morning swims now. I'm really enjoying the swim. Today was a really good one. Is that the bath salts lol? Yes. We 5 lol. Salty is here. Okay, yes. We can start now, exactly. But I'm doing a new approach to swimming at the moment. Because I've just been, I don't know, my whole life of swimming has really kind of burnt me out on it in general. And so, like, I have to find all the things to spice it up. And so I've been, like, trying to swim to music more so than anything else. Oh, now I'm not on a... Oh, my God. I literally switched to a TT bike just to be on to get put on the default bike again. Oh, God. What's up, ATC? How are you? Well, we're on... Ugh. Oh, this is torture. We are on, well, probably the greatest bike in the game, let's be honest. But, anyway, back to what I was saying. I've been really trying to just, like, vibe to the music while I swim. So, like, today was like, I ain't going to count laps at all. I am going to completely ignore lap count. The Buffalo. That bike is actually an awesome bike. But it is slow. If you look at the metrics of the Buffalo bike compared to, like, other bikes, the Buffalo and the safety bike, they are so slow. Omega, what's up, man? But because you have no sound in Warzone, did you get a half band? Is it like a shadow band? Hey, thank you. It's the angles. We're a pro with lighting and angles. We have a light directly over us. And if you want your muscles to look big, that's how you do it. It's all the light, man. Major drag. Do you ever do the team time trials? Oh, I'm getting wrecked right now. Once a year they do a Buffalo bike team time trial, and it's usually one of the funnest of the year. But this morning with the swim, anyway, distraction number 68, I basically just broke up my intervals by the music I was listening to. And so, like, oh, that song is done, I'll go one more song before I take a recovery interval. And I basically just did that all day. Or all morning. And by all morning, I mean for like 45 minutes, so not really that long. Whoa, my heart rate dropped out. Yeah, crapped on. Oh, there it is. We're still alive. For now. I keep forgetting I'm already warm. And I like try to start light. When I really should just get right into it. So if the hip cooperates, guys, I'm gonna shoot for a good session today. Because I have been, my volume and load has been just so low the last couple weeks. And it's been bothering me. It's been messing with my brain. Thank you, bike boy. God, we're already halfway done with this ride. How great is this? Does late join still get you the achievement? Like back in the day? I think it should, right? There have been some updates recently. Oh, actually, speaking of updates, has anybody seen the new finisher screen for the racing? I haven't got to see that yet because I don't race. But it looks really clean. I honestly like it a lot. The especially now seeing that, the old one just looks so much more like, I don't know, Gen 1. Maybe the legs aren't fully warm. They're not very happy right now. One thing that I've noticed is that with all the swimming, my brain just feels a lot more shut down by the time I get on the bike. I don't know why. I do know why, I just am ignoring why, in all reality. Yo, what's up, Spoon? Good to see you, man. Thank you, feeling good in the water. Feels good to feel good. I've changed up my methods with swimming so that I can enjoy it more. I have a little iPod Shuffle, an original one that's like this big, and I clip it to my goggles, and I was just, all my intervals were based on like, oh, I'll listen to 3 or 4 songs this interval. And then when the song was done, I just stop. It was kind of nice to switch it up. I literally didn't count like any laps, and it was so nice. What's up, Reacher? Good to see you. How's your training been going, Spoon? How's that balance been going for you? Still early days. Still figuring routine kind of stuff. Ask again in a month or two. Got it. All right. It's the 8th. We got this. But even with my hip messed up, I've been taking my dog out on walks in the morning, which has not been the best. Basically, just me limping down a few blocks and then throwing the ball from at this field. But today I did the walk and it was much, much more enjoyable. walking is probably the most uncomfortable thing at the moment in life. But walking's overrated. It's also nice having a good facility. Like, I discounted that too much because the last couple times I've tried to get back into swimming, I have not used the best facilities. And it's discouraging when the water's gross. Also, being able to do like a 40-minute swim, but the whole process be less than an hour drive time and swim time is just so nice. The water in your... Man, I don't get it. You know, I do get it, kind of, through anecdote, because my brother used to service pools. And I guess it's just like... And I did a little bit of work when I was in college. I worked at the local pool. I was the local manager at the pool. But, like, if they forget to do something like one day, it's just insane what the water will, like, the quality of the water will just go from like 100 to 0. And so, like, if you're that kind of like facility that may forget things every once in a while, man, it just can be all bad. A whole ass bed. Like, where did it even come from? Or do I want to even know? Do we even want to know? Dead spiders. Oh, joy. It's just nice, too, because at least maybe it's just this area, but so far, the gym has been very quiet. Like today we had like half the lanes filled with one person each. And it felt like there was a lot of people there. Any body of water. I mean, yeah, that's actually very true. Actually, probably the wisest words. Swimming is just toxic in general. Oh my God. I am literally about to ask for a refund on Epidemic Sound. It won't even play music. It won't even do its one... It has one job. And it can't even do that. What route are we even on? What's up, Limophile? Just, I do, as somebody who swam for many years of life, I do it out of spite for the training of my youth. I mean, in all reality, it's not that bad. Getting in a solid workout on an activity and it only being like an hour, and you get a lot out of an hour of swimming. That is very nice. 60 people got sick at a triathlon last week. Oh, shit. I didn't hear about that. Hey, She, how's it going? It's getting better. I finally looked myself in the mirror, slapped my face a couple times and said, get your shit together. And started doing some proper rehab. And a couple days in, it's pretty good signs. I'm feeling pretty good about it. But still an injury. I'm pretty sure, and I don't know this for sure because it would need to be diagnosed, but I think it's an iliopsoas, like minor tear from what I've been looking up. I think it's just a minor tear at the insert, or would it be the insertion? Yeah, I think the insertion point at the hip. Damn, dude. You think you're not gonna get your money's worth out of a race, and then before you know it, you win the lottery. Oh wait, no. It's the opposite of what you want. What's up, Goose? How you doing, man? We're just chilling, doing some endurance until my hip says no. And today's been feeling pretty good. No discomfort after I swam, which is a big sign for me that it's going in a good direction. Your gas from your oh, you did a swim this morning too. What'd you get into? I've been doing longer and longer intervals and really enjoying it for some reason. It's down low, it's in the hip, like near the groin. The psoas is a tough one because it goes from your back down into your hip girdle. It is a very weird muscle, how you can have all sorts of like radiating discomfort other places. I don't know for sure. Again, it would need to be diagnosed, so this is just a speculation. But it's basically the most common or the most likely situation. So I'm kind of going with the, statistical probability with lack of diagnosis. Because either way, doing easy muscle rehab work and stretching won't hurt anything. As long as I take it easy. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Better than you deserve. What's been going on? But yeah, it feels like in my kind of adductor area. But then it radiates to the outside of my hip. Sometimes it'll radiate down into my knee, which when I was looking into it, the knee radiation was kind of a big indicator for me. Do you like swimming for the same reason most people hate it? Just zone out on the line and go. Yeah, dude, Spoon, that is a really nice thing. And it's something that I've been trying to embody more of, because I'm just like intervals, interval, set. But you know what? That's the shit that made me really not like swimming. So now I'm just listening to music and just going by the music. And when I feel like stopping for that interval, I stop. And it seems to be going well. Howdy, Macbeth. 7.210s. Nice, 1800, nice. Over a mile, very good. Beer Bear, how's it going? That's true, Lumo. I guess it's kind of a sign of your mental state, because when you're in the water, it is you and your mind. A quiet week. Well, maybe that's a good thing. Can be good. Can be. What do I use for headphones in the water? Honestly, I don't know. When I finish this, I can go show you what I use. It's just a cheap pair of what were classified as waterproof headphones. I usually go cheap because I expect them to fail more often. And because of that, I just buy like these cheap generic ones. No, it's a little closer. Yeah, 23. The pool is a 21 meter pool. Oh, got you. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. I already hate walls. That just makes me feel, ugh. I do not like walls. I am bad at my wall. I'm bad at my entrance. My exit's okay. My entrance is always shit. Oh, a backyard pool. Got you. Do you have? Is it your backyard pool? That's pretty sick. If so, I always thought it'd be fun, like, if I ever had a place that had a pool by default, because I probably wouldn't put one in myself. But I'd want to look into one of those current generators that clips to the side of the pool. That would be so nice. Walls, pools. What's up, Matt? Yeah, I know we're talking about swimming. But for a backyard pool, that's a pretty decent sized pool, in all honesty. A 21 meter long pool. Oh, it's a gym? Yeah, oh, I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. If it was a backyard pool, I'd be like, dang, that's actually pretty impressive, but at a gym, that would be annoying as hell. I already hate yardage-based pools. Just that couple of meters, just that extra couple strokes, just that extra stroke basically with each arm, definitely feels significant. Yeah, Matt. Oh, I love it. I love it and I hate it. It is a very bipolar relationship I have with swimming. But the one thing that annoys me, it's better now, because traditionally, I even had to stop flip turns because my hips wouldn't allow me to do flip turns. So it's just really annoying doing stop starts at every single wall. And it just really made it not as enjoyable. And now that I don't have that hip discomfort, it's actually kind of revitalized the feel, the enjoyment of it a little more. Yeah, dude, spoon, it'll get, and that never stops. That'll just be a thing. Why I think it's enjoyable to do for open water, but it's also really cool when you like look back at the route you took. You're like, damn, that's far, because you get the perspective. Versus lap after lap, you really don't get any perspective of how far you've actually swam. It's very compartmentalized. You like swimming, you just hate having to pay a monthly fee. Yeah, it is annoying. But just think, the monthly fees for the pool, no matter what, will most likely never add up to the price of building your own pool or getting a swim spa. The goal is to find a friend that has that stuff. That's the goal of life. Find someone who already has it and you can just borrow. At least that's my strategy of life. Dude, a 33 meter pool, that'd be sweet. Even that. But 50 meter, 50 yard, yes please. Did you really, Frack? I can see why, man. I can totally see why. They're definitely different, Matt. I'm assuming that I'd be faster open water because of how horrible my wall work is. And it also increased my efficiency, not having to deal with a wall. Dude, I am so spoiled. If I get there right at 9 a.m., which is when open swim starts, it's just me. Some days there's like some kids who are doing some lessons over in this smaller pool, this wading pool. But normally in the laps, it's just me. Today was like a busy day. and there were still like over a third of the lanes completely open. Hey, Bike Beast. Here for the boring. Unfortunately, me too. But at least it's pain-free boring. Hey! Rude! He's cutting the corners late. You gotta dive right for him right away. But you swim slow. That's actually the big brain secret, is just don't get fast in the pool, and the lengths will never get any shorter. Problem solved, right? Yeah, environment pool is very controllable. Very true. I also can't really attack off the wall because of my hips and my knees. So I usually, my glide only takes me to the flags, which is kind of not very good. Oh, look, a whole group here. Dude, 126 is great. But cruising in the pool, yeah, I got you. That, I think there is a lot to be said for just the glassiness of a pool. So if you're swimming solo in a lane, it can be good. But, that also being said, swim draft is crazy powerful. So, if you know how to ride somebody's hip in the water, it is just absolutely insane. The relief you get. Like, I'd say of the three sports, you get the most out of drafting in a pool or in the swim. You get insane speed. Swimming super early in the morning in Erie was nice because it was like glass. Come back at like 6 p.m. and sometimes it was a bit more rough. Yeah, just a little chop can make a big difference. But if you're used to like circle swimming with like a few people in a lane and people are coming in the opposite direction as you, that can be that can slow you down a lot. That can slow you down almost to the degree of the draft in the other direction. Not swimming on hip. Yeah, when you're in like an open water scenario and you can ride the hip, oh my god. Like the toes are like riding someone's feet is good, but riding right where their wake splits, oh man, it's like you're surfing. Oh yeah, man. Not in my experience, Spoon. Not in my experience. There is a spot, so it's like this, there's this sweet spot, and you can feel it. You just have to be aware of it, because it's a very fine line. If you ride right behind the wake on their hip, it will slow you down, or you'll have to put in more effort to stay there. But if you can get right into the wake, right into that split, you can ride that. So yes, that is actually true. If you don't know what you're doing and you ride the hip, you could get absolutely thrashed. But if you find that sweet spot, you can feel it. You totally, all of a sudden, it's like you get rocketed forward. The abyss, yeah, man. Right? That is an interesting thing about open water swimming. And that probably is like a factor to your speed as well. Like I mean, we all know who swim. Just being comfortable and calm is worth crazy power and speed, because your breathing is on, your position is on. It's just all around an insanely better experience. But then you see just one thing, like you choke on some water and now all of a sudden your anxiety level kicks up like 1 or 2 notches on the belt. Yeah, isn't that just the weirdest thing? Like you put in literally like twice the effort to get like a couple seconds per 100, oftentimes. I mean, not really. I mean, I'm being a little... You definitely go faster, but it's just crazy the amount of extra effort it takes for incremental increases. Kind of like when you're at the top end of like cycling. Right at that point, on a smaller scale, you think it's a sweet spot. I know, right, Matt? There's this crew back in California that does open water swimming, but the water it's in the ocean, and I think the average temperature of our area is like 57, 58 degrees. So you gotta like it. You gotta love it. And funny thing, they swim where actually a lot of the most recent shark attacks in the peninsula have been near a place called Lover's Point, because there's a mile buoy right out from Lover's Point that they often will swim to. Speed deadlifts. Just thinking about that bath salts, literally, I feel my hips dislocating. Snap City, literally. No. Just wait, they'll just wait for Zwift swim. And then now everyone will have a reason to get a swim spa. How crazy would that be to have a swim spa with a screen on the bottom of the pool that's running some sort of simulator program? That'd be pretty sick. 100%, apparently, the biggest thing that is holding you back right now is that you take your strokes too fast. They don't grip the water. Yep, work on your glides, man. Do some glide drills, because that is such a thing, man. And that'll bring down your swelth as well. And it'll make you more efficient. That's your hands basically slowing you down. Stroke rate too high, which can be beneficial in open water, but in a pool, the glide is the secret to speed. Do like a stroke and do like a deliberate like 3-count kick, and then do the next stroke. Deliberate 3-count kick. And every time you do the kick, make sure you are fully spread out every single time. A lot of people will stop their stroke right here and then they'll come up. I think actually a high elbow recovery is a horrible thing to teach people, because it doesn't allow you to fully extend before you. A lot of people immediately, they go here and then high elbow. It's like, nah, you're losing a lot of the end of your stroke. We used to train off of what were called Statue of Liberties, where we would just kick on one side and then at the halfway point switch or something like that. I go all the way down. I go all the way down. I do a below hip. My hand comes out below hip. I feel like I get a lot out of the length. And they will be all uncalibrated and people will be swimming stupid fast. Well, the hope is that if it's a $30,000 entry point, you'd hope it'd be accurate, right? But definitely not a guarantee. Zwift rowing win. Wasn't there like some more hints on that? Weren't they like hinting on that with the recent Esports Olympics. Pot to pocket? What do you mean by that? What do you mean pocket? Oh, like into your pocket? Yeah, exactly. Just below your hip. Maybe that's what you meant. Maybe that's what you meant. Maybe I just misunderstood. Okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah. Yep. Like a low pocket, exactly. Which, unless you're an albatross like Frackberg, you know, that's almost an extension, right? You suggest having a mirror at the bottom of those swimming treadmills. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Have angled mirrors on the side and then a flat mirror on the bottom. Oh man, your hands scrape your knees. Jesse Kravitz, what's up? Welcome in. How are you? Fun times in a Speedo. Speedo is life. I'll tell you what. It's like seeing someone new in the mirror now that I actually have a semblance of legs. They're nothing special, but they're at least present. Oh, you're a swimmer, Jesse? Nice. That's what I started doing when I was about 6 years old. That was my first activity in athletics. Oh, you're a swim teacher. Hey, I used to be a swim instructor. Beginning swim as well as swim team. Basically 12 and under for swim team. You think you're ending your stroke too soon? We also can't get the good body rotation when you're swimming. Yep. One drill that I've used, which is, it's kind of ridiculous, but it's called chicken wing freestyle. Basically, you stick your thumbs in your armpits and you swim like this. And it forces you to do the shoulder rotation, otherwise you literally can't move your shoulder around because of your range of motion. Chicken wing freestyle. Still make decent forward progress and still grabbing water, pull yourself forward. I'm riding bikes for the moment. Oh my God. Oh my God. Welcome in, Dan. My name's Pookie Butt. If you're new here, it's great to meet you. Dude, Dad, I was just talking about you the other day. There's a Zed Sun R kit in my group ride. And I got very excited, but then there was no afro, and then I let out one tear and then sucked it back up and continued on. Hope you're well, Dan. Hell yeah, dude. I need to find a reason to come up to SF just for fun. Just for funsies. Till now you don't know a Speedo, but now that your trunks are starting to disintegrate, know a good place to get Speedos? I don't know. I mean, probably a general sporting goods store would have them. I know my size, so I just order offline whenever I need it, which is very rarely because I don't swim much anymore. That might change. I have been swimming again. Ken Dizzle, thank you for the ride on. Zone 3. XX, extra small. That's not even enough to contain the junk. I traditionally have swam in 28s. Maybe a 26 for like a championship event, but I did not like it. 2 reasons. Dude. You ride 28s. Nice. But, you know, in all honesty, Matt, swimming in shorts is actually, like, if you're used to it, like, that could actually be, like, a really good training method. And actually a training method I've adopted. You know, buying, like, those, like, swim briefs that are, like, loose. And, or we'd, like, cut up an exterior, we'd cut up the external Speedo and wear two pair. And then just, like, slash up one pair. Or, like, you'd wear some swim shorts, but then you cut the pockets open so that they balloon out when you swim. Oh, like a jammer. Got you, Matt. Well, those are great too. I've spent some time in both. ADZ Hargrate, welcome in. Is ADZ Alp to Zwift? If so, you're in the right place. Swim in shorts. You swam with big socks? Yeah, dude. Socks are... That sounds miserable. I have not done that. That sounds absolutely miserable. But effective. Riding and streaming every day. Yeah, that's right. Shout out to Dan Tryhard's OnlyFans. Nude bicycling. It's actually kind of a niche. It's pretty poppin', actually. Always wear trunks when you practice. And then when you actually race, yeah, the theory is you're gonna be faster, right? Now there is another side to that. I will say the couple weeks leading into the event, I would go back to something similar to what you're gonna be racing in, just so you can get used to the feel and the body position. But I'm sure you kind of probably knew that. Oh, that kind of riding. Twin Peaks. Are you doing a Twin Peaks ride? Oh man, that'll be great. I hope it's clear. That kind of riding. Very good at it, yep. Very good. The 10 old guys that follow you pay very well. Yeah, that's the thing. You only need a few dedicated fans. You only need a few. Backpack full of dictionaries. You gotta stay hard, right? If you aren't training with half your body weight, also on top of your normal body weight, are you even trying? Cinder blocks, strapped to bike. Now I did do trekking, and that was like load yourself up with weight. When I was training for my mountaineering climb in Russia, I trained by throwing. My brother had an old weight vest, but it was all torn up, so I just take the sandbags and throw them in a little backpack and carry like around 15 kilo, I think, which was not good. I'm just only imagining what it did to my hips back then before I got them fixed. Probably nuts. Ultimate alpha Chad move. Oh, Taylor tickets. Dude, have you heard like how like Taylor Swift has been like driving economic growth to areas where she has her concerts? They're some of the biggest concerts ever. And they actually factor like a Taylor Swift event into the economics of the area. Improving GDP, yeah. She is a definite force of nature, Spoon. Mad respect for someone like that. She was just, yeah, she was Zwifting just last weekend, right, Bike Beast? Ticket prices are robbery, yep. That too. Oh, Dan. Playing hard to get, coming in, getting our hopes up, and then immediately having to go because of work and life. Nice to see you, man. Yep, T-Swift. You won't be the only one, though, unfortunately, Loki. there is actually a Taylor Zwift that has been on the platform for a while now. You could adopt Prison Mike because Grubby Alien hasn't basically come back. You could be P Mike. Back to work, clutch. I'm still waiting for the day that I can find my sugar mama and then retire for the last 10 years I have left of my life. If you know what I mean. I'm still curious on A to Z the Great. I feel like they might be some super like Smurf account from someone who has like some crazy Alp records. You're young, Matt. What's the plan? Start doing it now, man. Plan now. No matter how old you are, plan now. Because it's the second best day you could plan. The best being yesterday. A replete with Garmin gadgets. All you need is a blood pressure meter. That's our future. We're just gonna be hooked up to all these metrics. No, who am I kidding? We'll just be virtual avatars completely. Get buff to the point it's attractive but not too buff. Yep. A general athletic body type appears to be the most aesthetic in general society. Not for everyone, but in general. That's always the secret. Start now, and get that shit going. And continue, and make it part of you. Part of your life, part of who you are. Loki, did you get a hold of one of those yet? If so, very jealous. Find a girl on or PH that gets yourself sugar mama and live life training. There you go, Matt. Yep. Easy, right? No. Aw. Yeah, the MP1 is pretty cool. My hope is that eventually the price does come down. Who is that? Oh, we already gave him a ride on. Really? Yeah, it's kind of due for an update. Though I don't know what they would do. Would be nice is adjustability. Because my experience when I rode on it is, and this is not going to be a common thing unless you are a half human like me, but I felt like the spring tension for the rocking should have been less. I felt like it felt a little too like you had to force it over at my weight. But I don't think that's going to be a problem for most people. But it was something I asked one of the Ceres reps. I was like, this seems a bit like stiff for my lightweight. Can you adjust it? He's like, no. I was like, that needs to be a thing. Because this would probably work great for a 70 kilo rider. It'd feel really nice. But for me, it just feels almost not there. Yep, tiny human. Yep, I'll preface it again. Or I guess, postscript. P.S. Again, I am a tiny human. 48.2% of the girls at your school planned on doing that. I think I'm pretty safe in saying that most people, male, female, or whatever, could relate to that. Because we're all inherently lazy, let's be real. Just kidding, we're actually not. One thing I find really interesting is that if people have basically their monetary bases covered, most people default to being either an artist or an athlete. And I think in concept, that is actually kind of interesting and cool. Like when you don't have obligations around, paying your rent. Those are the types of activities, careers, passions people go to. And I heard someone say that. That's not my own interpretation. I heard someone say that the other day, and it was like, that is so interesting. You try to focus on your health? Nice, Clutch. That's what's up, man. Be happy and comfortable. Hey, Siphon, how are you, man? All right, I'm going to switch worlds so I can ride with the Pacer bot. Wait, I get a little downhill. Let me get this downhill real quick. I need the XP. I've been trying to get to level 61 for a while. It's a bit of a grind. Yeah, let's go. How much we talking? Has it come down anymore? No, it has not. I think you can find it cheaper other places. I've seen it for under $1,000, if that's USD. I thought I saw it for like 800 or 900 somewhere. Maybe now it's discontinued. That might be a problem. But, well, if you go into history, either you're a peasant who has a manual labor soldier, or you're an artist who made painting on the wall sculptures. So I guess you're just reliving the past technically. Yeah, that's actually a great point. But it's just like a really interesting thing I was thinking about. How those are the types of things that people default to. Being an athlete or an artist. It gives me hope for society that inherently we seem to be creative beings. Just a little hope. We gotta find it where we can get it, right? This AI shit better take over your jobs and do better and quick, because otherwise the Gen Zers take over. Oh my god. No, don't worry. They're not even gonna leave their room. They have trouble even getting out of their house. That's Canadian. Okay, I was gonna say, dude, if that was US, I would be like, oh man. Early artists. Yeah, that's actually a good point. I mean, and like courtrooms, like you had the sketch artists for like courtrooms and things as well. It's still a thing. Like just more like traditional, because I mean certain like law facilities allow cameras in, but that was very taboo for a long time. Draw pictures via, oh my god. Those people, those are the pinnacle of human evolution. I have to say. The people who draw art on Strava. Doesn't get much better than that. You'd say it's harder to be social as a teen now that it was 10, 20, 30 years. I agree. It's like, it's a very weird situation. It's a very weird situation. And as a millennial who like lived in like both worlds, it's wild. It's just absolutely wild. It's like instant communication, yet people have trouble like keeping eye contact and things. I think everything is a cycle, guys. We have ebbs and flows. We're going up and down. Maybe, it seems like we go down a lot, but it's ups and downs. The world is a cyclical thing. The world is flat, but the transition of time is cyclical. I just needed to clarify that. You tried to draw your name at the beginning of the C. Your neighbor told you to get. I was like, damn, you were really taking some you were really going all in on that, man. That's dedication. Sir, this is a Wendy's parking lot. All right, wait. All right, menu. End ride. That was great. My heart rate took a while for it to stabilize. It's weird with the swimming. It's like sometimes I come back after swimming and it's like my heart rate is like solid, like actually like lower than expected. But then sometimes I come back after swimming and it's like almost as like 10 BPM higher. Beast Brigade! Let's go! You don't know, you lived in a small town and it wasn't very tolerant when you were younger. You feel like there's a lot more support for teenagers now? Well, heck yeah, that's good. I want to hear more stories like that. I want to hear more of the positive stuff. The doom and gloom can set in pretty hard. So if that's a thing, I mean, even like if you think about just from when I went to high school, a lot of like in California, a lot of like the art programs, the music programs, those types of things have kind of slowly been like, I don't know, like less and less. And like, I don't know, maybe I'd be interested to see how like athletics are going right now in schools. If there's like any changes in like how many of the like students are into athletics and things. Be really interested to see that. It's easier to get a hold of people. It's harder to get them with you. It's like, it's a very weird situation because it's like, yeah, it's like on both ends. Like it's too easy to communicate, yet it's too hard to communicate. It's because we're transitioning into different forms of communication more readily in life, you know? We're getting more used to chatting through messengers or through FaceTime or like, you know, through a forum of some kind. Is it a parking lot? just if you imagine, then yes. You just gotta imagine. Just believe. Hey, Ivany, good to see you, man. How are you? Hope you've been well. Been seeing you've been getting out a lot through my you know, my perusing, my stalking through Strava, you know. That trail you posted those photos of the other day and the video, dude, that was bliss. That was just an absolute gorgeous, man. Everything designed for cars now. As a teen without a driving license or a car, it's hard to get from place to place to meet people. Yeah, man. I will say that was an issue when I was young, too, getting before my driver's license. Especially because I lived, like, about, 10, 12 miles away from where most of the other kids who went to my school lived. Because I was one of the valley kids. The scary valley kids. That's just how you feel. You had things like beer bottles tossed at you from cars because your hair was dyed, or friends that were up on their sexual... oh, you know, that is a good point, Clutch, and I think that is something to say. There's certain levels of tolerances have gone up, and that's definitely true. And I think that is a direct symptom of the ease of communication. Now we truly are global in our societies. Like, we talk, like, here's a good example. Here on Twitch, we talk to people literally all around the world. And we don't even think about it anymore. Like, you know, maybe people thought about it, but yeah, it's like not even a thing anymore. Power of magic and love. Oh my god. It's alright, you're in the right channel for that. It's a whole mission planned week in advance just to meet your buds. Seriously. You gotta plan it out, and then, you know, and then something comes up last minute, always. So lucky to be here and able to ride this stuff. Yeah, man, I was like drooling over your post. It looked gorgeous. Pretty much need a car where you live. It is necessary. People still throw beer bottles at, man. At least now most of them are like probably like plastic and stuff, since we don't use like glass as much. No, people still drink tall boys and stuff, I guess. They still do. It just seems like it isn't the normal. That's good. Hey, heck yeah. We take those. Yeah, people suck, always have, always will. It's true. There's one foundation in that humans will always human. 19 to 22 hours a week. Man, you do over 20 hours. Man. Yeah, that's the thing. Just dive into a passion, get really good at something, be very successful, and then everything in life will become easier. And the earlier you start, the better. All of North America is car-centric. It will take a long time to move away from that. Yep. Especially places like, I mean, in California, the average commute is like, what, 45 minutes plus? So... Please! Oh, you were doing so well today! Okay, wait. Small false alarm. Small false alarm. We're feeling alright. I might just go for it, depending how many people. 31, nice! Yeah, this is what we're doing. Almost too much. That is definitely a discussion as well. Almost sometimes to the fully ignoring of reality and things. Small town mentality you can't explain well. I kind of get it, Clutch. I've always lived in very small area, like small town areas. But Californians, in general, kind of are pretty chill. Have I seen the video of a trans person crying and screaming because a medical worker called him or her by their dead name? Even though they haven't. I haven't. It's not a mentality you normally encounter with people who have traveled. It's true, man. You culture yourself a bit. You realize that we're all human. We're all people. And I'll tell you what, it is very freeing if those aren't the centers of what stresses you out or gets you angry or passionate. I've heard arguments. I don't know if I agree with this. I've heard arguments that it's how easy it is in first world life now that these types of, or certain types of problems that wouldn't have even been a thing back in the day are now a thing. But with less need to just survive and exist, humans just naturally have to find something. So the safest way to address people that get offended at people like that is calling them the thing. You know, all I have to say is just respect people, you know? Just respect people in general. Not everyone's good, you know, and or deserves your time or energy. And that is in you to choose to either be around people you want to be around or not be around people you don't want to be around. And that's on you. Is that the video? I'll save it and check it out later, Matt. Just because of the hot topic. When people complain about others being sensitive, you usually find that they can't take jokes or criticism, ironically. That is something that we need to seriously start to teach to people. Is, I don't know, stoicism in some ways, but also just, I don't know. Yeah, I guess stoicism and critical thinking. Not enough respect. Dude, we just need to respect each other. It's like, if you're doing something, I don't know, like, why does it matter if it doesn't affect me? Like, what's the issue? When it starts affecting me, then I might pay more attention to it. That might not be the healthiest thing, but, you know, but it's kind of what I go with. Kind of calling someone a boomer that always complaining about their gender pronouns. they might literally have their brain explode because they'd be so like confused. They'd be like, ah, huh? Ah, huh? Wait. Finite amount of time, might as well make the most of it and enjoy it, right? If you're spending if you're actively pursuing things that make you angry, like, yes, a lot of those things can drive change, you know? People see something they don't like, hey, that's not right, that needs to be changed. Like, that's how growth happens for sure. But, again, along with the stoicism, I say human society needs to learn how to be... Wait, where was I going? I don't know, just human society needs to focus on, what is it? Have the strength to change the things you can and the wisdom to know the things you can, or whatever. Wisdom to tell the difference or whatever. Name calling never helps. Yeah, if you're degrading yourself to name calling, you gotta question some things. Like if that's your argument, is to say something like that, those are the weakest arguments. Those are the people that literally have no basis for what they're saying. Easy to get caught in a whirlpool of anger. Yep. Especially if there's a group of people around that are also angry. Because humans tend to fit into the crowd. Not everyone. But that's a human tendency. If everyone else is doing it, or if everyone's saying this, then I'm saying that too. So time being yelled at because, yeah, no, I get it. It's going to take both sides of the disagreement. It's going to take both the person getting angry and the person who made the person angry to understand a little more, you know? The dating scene. Yeah, I don't even know about that. I can't give you any opinion on that. I haven't dated for going on 4 years. Too many miles to ride the bike on, I guess. Yeah, dude, Ivany, right? Like, why can't we start with the commonalities and go from there? The thing is these days, if people disagree with you, it's like you immediately go to emotion. Like, people can't have civil discourse on hot button topics without just going completely off the rails in the side of emotions. Not everyone, but it seems to be a trend. It's so easy to use emotions. It's easy, man, because it's literally our physiology. It's literally our brain chemistry. The way your brain processes things is from literally your animalistic side of your brain, and then it goes into your higher learning centers. You legitimately have to take the time for your brain to push the signals to the front of your head. It is actually a thing. And if you immediately impulsively react on things, your brain literally doesn't even have enough time to push the data into the front of your head where you can actually critically process it. It's easy. It's literally easier. It takes less energy to just stay in the hindbrain. Oh, no, you are, Ivany. A travesty. Yeah, speaking of people never going outside. Ivany, by the way, what are you doing this next weekend? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, the best place for the nose to be, Spoon. You're just saying you encounter a lot of people that see things like people are too sensitive. They engage with people by insulting them. And then follow up with, can't take a joke? Yeah, and those people oftentimes can't take a joke too, which is kind of funny. No, it's true. And I think that kind of highlights what I was saying with, it's going to take both parties, right? It's going to take both sides of the discourse. Right, another big loop would be great to have company. Yeah, dude. Have a great time, though. It's just a prank. There's this para-athletics Olympic swimmer I follow on Instagram, and she did this reel where she was talking about how she cleans up after her guide dog. And she's like, it's simple. You just do it by touch. And she puts her hand up and there's like a big brown streak along the bottom of her palm. Oh man, it was so funny. She's like, when I need to clean up after my dog's poop, I just do it by feel. Apparently it's a question she gets asked a lot, so she had to respond to it. Apparently that's how blind people find their dog poop. I'm learning. Hell yeah, Clutch. Hell yeah, man. Such wise words. Oh, you gotta tell us, Matt. You can't. You gotta come in here getting all the... No, actually, that's smart. You build up the anticipation before you drop the bomb. You are a content creator. There you go, beard. There you go. Well, maybe yours does. Mine doesn't. Psh. Just kidding. And definitely kidding, especially now I'm out in Oklahoma and my food quality's changed. You know, it's the little things that I know you're concerned about that I gotta update you on. That is pretty funny, Matt. Was it that traumatic you had to block it out? Is that your secret now? You've compartmentalized so much that now you can get in multiple rides a day and you don't even know. Your smelling is not enhanced by your hearing loss. Yeah, what the heck? Beer Bear, you've been robbed. But I bet your ability to love is so vast. That's your sense has been amplified. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Show us your ability to love. Still waiting. You're just one toxic spill away from superhero-dom. Patience, my friend. Power's coming back, but my endurance, or my power, being able to put out power, has gone down. Less pain, more discomfort. "9 days. I've been waiting, Matt." I recently put out a couple new YouTubes while I've been here. Footage that I had on lock from before I came out, though. Oh, you did? Hey, thank you for checking it out. Appreciate it. I wouldn't say that's the most enjoyable content. I even find it boring. But for some reason I enjoy posting it. I was watching my most recent hiking video and it made me really miss California though. Though not like I'd be able to hike if I was out there. At least until this injury's done. But we're still on the mend. It's a really good sign that I did that rehab work yesterday and I felt so much better that evening and today. I'm very happy about that. Oh my God. You got that stuff stacked up, man. Has everybody been following Ewan on social media? Ewan's been posting a lot of content from UCI Worlds, which has been pretty cool. It's pulling up. Just do one of them, Matt. Get one done, because I said so. I don't know. I'm just saying if you need an excuse or a reason, I'm trying to give you one. Dude, Matt never sleeps. Matt is a great example of how hard you gotta work if you have even any hopes of monetizing like video content on the internet. Oh, you did, Matt? Wow. Way to go for Slovenia. Way to go. Where are we going? Okay, to the left. Nice. Running? Is that the secret, Spoon? Do you like some, what is it, Simons? What's his name? Runners get views. Very true though, Spoon. Yep, no one gives a fuck about cyclists. Yep. Because the runner body is like very aesthetic. A cyclist body is very prehistoric. And not in the Neanderthal sense, but in the T-Rex sense. But Matt, you're one of the biggest Slovenian content creators out there right now, aren't you? Oh, Daddy, I'm scared. Seriously, she. Facts. Dude, but you do swimming and at least biking. It can kind of help with that. I care about Spoonie. That's what's up, Frack. Rowing, swimming, running, yep. Hybrid athletics. Unless you are like a really like into the scene, like if you're big in racing, but like general health and wellness. Calisthenics combined with cardio. Popularity at the moment. Still small compared to the other sports. I need to rekindle that. When I got into it, 2017, it was getting pretty popular for a bit, but then it literally died out immediately. Or wait, that was before. 2017 was when it took off. I started posting around the end of 2015 into 2016. That's when I actually started doing video logs, when I first got into video production of any kind. And there was basically just Bicycle Touring Pro. That was literally everyone. And then there was this other guy named like Cody Orgel, who doesn't stream or doesn't post content anymore. They were the only people who posted, unless you went like Mark Beaumont, but that's Beaumont. But yeah, back in like 2016, nobody did bike packing. 2017, it blew up. Then it kind of was a very small blow up. Calisthenics. I'll tell you what, when I see somebody who is very experienced in calisthenics, I am rarely as impressed by athleticism as that. A soccer player got $1 billion contract? No, I don't follow soccer, so, but what's the news with that? What was the reasoning? That is enormous. That's got to be one of the biggest sports contracts ever, if not the biggest. Calves the size of blender, upper body that looks like you've been shrink wrapped. Yeah. That track cyclist thigh and booty. Dude, you're lucky to get a meal at the end of the day if you're a pro cyclist, unless you're like the top 1% of pro cyclists. Not even of cyclists, of pro cyclists. There was some Asian chick, probably Japanese, her calves the same size as her thighs, like perfectly cylindrical all the way down. Mike Hall did a lot of popular. Yeah, he did. I mean, he was one of the, if not one of the only names I still know. I know a few names now over the years, but he was the guy for the longest time. When I went through, what was it? There's this really popular lodge just as you come into Colorado on the Great Divide. The name's escaping me, but it's run by this chick named Kirsten, who's probably the biggest Tour Divide fan out there. She basically owns this, or her and her family own this huge ranch. Huge. And they opened up this small hotel, full service, like bed and breakfast hotel. It's one of the biggest, most popular stops on the trail. And she had like a whole corner of the place set up for Mike Hall, because she got to meet him multiple times as he rode through there. Pimp, oh my God. How the hell are you, man? Yeah, Clutch. And there's been many talks of just retiring his record. A lot of people say just retire it and set up a new record for the ride now that it's changed. It changes every year, but at some point the route is significantly different in certain areas. What have you been getting into, Pimp? I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you or chatted with you. Are you enjoying your summertime? Yeah, Clutch, I agree. Just because of what he did for the sport, I would also agree with you. Been playing a lot, nice. I'll tell you what, there's nothing more refreshing than people doing their own thing and just doing it good. I feel like those are the type of people that give other people the okay to do things. You know, it takes one person to kind of cross a line to show others they can cross it too. And I'm sure many people never would have thought they could have got into something as extreme. I mean, it is extreme. Mostly mental, but physical too. But sometimes it just takes someone to tell you that you can do it for you to do it. Oh, that'd be cool if you could make it a semi-regular thing, pimp. Or sometimes, yeah, right? Third party, an objective third party is a very powerful tool. That's why even top level athletes have coaches. You just can't see things oftentimes when they're right in front of your face as well. Yep. Those truly passionate people who do things because they're passionate. And that's why they do them. No reason other than this is who they are. You never met him? No, me either. I basically was able to watch him because I got into bike packing around 2016. So I basically had 1 year of watching him race. I watched him set his record. I mean, by dot watching. By watching, I mean doing that, you know, but... And then I heard the news, literally as I was planning my... Was it my Divide trip? Might have been New Zealand. I think it was New Zealand, actually, when I rode across New Zealand. It was a bit of a... It was a bit heavy to get the news. It was so wild. He straight up fell asleep on the bike, they think, and swerved into a car. But they don't know. Nobody knows 100%. But a lot of people seem to think he fell asleep while riding, which is a more common than you would think with ultra racing. It happens more than you'd think. But you ate some? Nice. No, it's dude, I'll talk about anything. For the most part. But he was doing the Australian or Tour of Australia or Australia Divide when he got hit. Dude, for real, clutch. For real. I mean, I've nearly died on my bikepacking trips a couple times. 2 moments immediately jump into my head from times that I was probably this close to dying. And it was purely timing and maybe a little luck, and I don't know. One was pure luck. One had a little bit to do with skill, but not much. We can talk about pain. Oh yeah, always. I mean, that's always kind of a root topic of whatever we're talking about. Pimp. When I was descending out of Montrose down into Colorado Springs, I came around this one turn and the wind completely took control of my bike and started steering me to an off-ramp that was closed because the entire road had given away. And there was a metal barricade, one of the swinging ones, the permanent ones, set in because this was going to take a while. I shit you not, I came to a stop within a foot of that metal barricade. The wind just caught me and threw me off the road and pushed me. And because I was on a touring bike, with all my gear. And that's when it was raining, there was thunder and lightning. And that was the moment I said to myself that I will never go away from disc brakes. Ever. I will always use disc brakes. Because I have a sneaky suspicion that especially in those specific situations and the environment and the rain and everything, I would have more than less likely gone off the road. Or at least crashed very hard into that metal barricade, which could have thrown me off and over. I don't know, anything. I think all sorts of things could have happened. But that was one of the most intense situations when I was on the bike, and it literally, the wind took all my control away. I had nothing. All I could do was do everything I could to hold myself off of the guardrail and hit the brakes. That moment of braking felt like it took a million years. That was one of those moments where it was like, I remember every second, every microsecond, and it felt like a million years. You still have rim brakes? Yeah, they work well. No, clutch, and that's the thing. In most situations where people are gonna be out on a bike, they're gonna work just as good as disc brakes, or so close to as good that you'll be fine. But it's the moments where you're going down a hill and you get caught in a small pocket of weather, everything gets wet, and then all of a sudden you're put in a situation where you need 100% of your braking. And it was like, that was the one moment I was like, this is why people use disc brakes. I'm not disagreeing with you at all, Clutch. I actually think rim brakes are great. They're more aerodynamic, less dangerous. They don't rub. Like, a disc brake could literally cost somebody a sprint at the World Tour level. You wouldn't use rim brake? That's actually kind of smart, Clutch. Probably a smart move. Yeah. 90% of the time, rim brakes will do just as much as a disc brake. And that 90% is a statistic I completely pulled out of my ass. Cool Stop and Swiss Stop. Oh, okay. Actually, I haven't heard of those brands. 90%, yep. 90% of the time, I'm right every time. Got it, yep, spoon. Yeah. What do they say? 90% of statistics are all made up anyway, right? Or is it 91%? Always 69%? Yeah. Nearly. Yep, 90% it works 60% of the time, yep. Facts. And that is 100% true. But we don't speak in absolutes here, ever. It's just not something we like to do. On your old bike, you almost ended up going into traffic at a stop on a rainy day. Just continuing through. Hey, maybe you're a fixie racer. Maybe your calling is as a fixie racer. Hey, what's up, Boomer? Okay, Boomer. How you doing? Rock hard. And that is not something we want rock hard. We're getting along, Boomer. We're getting along, man. Last couple weeks have been actually kind of shitty, but I'm doing better. Yeah, Boomer's here, guys. Haven't seen you for a little while. It's been a week or so, or a couple weeks. Yeah, fixie. Oh, for bike polo, that's right. So you can like track stand really well, I bet. Dude, have you seen those like fixie races they do in like New York City and stuff, like Terry does and stuff? Absolute insanity. Dear God. Crazy, crazy. The rat race, is that it? Rat race, yeah. Oh my God. I'd hit the first intersection and eat a car bumper right away. You have, Boomer? Oh man, good on you, man. That is not something I could do. Thank you for the ride on Beer Bear. The fixie indoor races, yes, that's what's up. Bike polo in the water, like water bike polo, water polo but with clubs. Oh my God, what could go wrong? I mean, water polo is already not dangerous enough as it is. We definitely need to add something like a polo club in there. The amount of people I've seen come out of the water covered in blood during a water polo match is more significant than I would have liked to have thought it would be. A rad race. What's the rad race? Bathing suit rip, dude. Yep. 2 to 3 speedos. Usually 2, but if you knew the team you were competing against, sometimes you'd put on 3. No, I'm kidding. You never put on 3, but definitely 2. Yep, 2 speedos. Oh, really, Clutch? Dude, those people are so, like, their reflexes are very impressive. Though, I hate to say, they're one of the demographics, I bet, that make people hate cyclists in the city. Because, dear God, they just go for it. One thing people would do, I don't know if this was something you experienced, Loki, was when you get your nail checks, you'd press your palms or your fingers into the surface, and it would push the skin up over your fingernails, so you didn't have to cut them as short, aka you had some blades left. If you don't know, guys, if anyone has never played water polo, before any match, the referee comes and checks your finger and toenails to make sure that they aren't sharp. But some people would legitimately game that system on purpose, literally to claw you to death. The indoor kart track. Oh, those like super tight. Dude, those are fun to watch. Those are really fun to watch. That is bike handling to the max. And you don't have cars around. A lot of track standing, I would bet. And like pivoting on a dime. I bet you're really good at like getting on the nose and like flicking the back tire around or something like that for a quick turn. And for wrestling, yeah, that makes sense. I hadn't thought about it, but that makes a lot of sense. Yep, yeah, exactly, Beer. Exactly. Though I will say I'm very good at cutting my nails now. I can cut all my nails in like under 30 seconds. I just go so good at it. One of my only skills I have. Rapid fire nail cutting. Thank you, water polo, for bestowing on me life skills worth knowing. Really, Beer? Having some issues with it? Too thick. That's wild, man. Your body must be very good at processing calcium. Maybe the diet, yeah. Actually, your finger and toenails are a very good indicator of certain health traits and health situations. If you touch ground, you have to tap toe board before you can come back and take part of the play. What's the toe board? Oh, tap the board. Is the board like a specific area of the pitch? Oh, you play on hockey? Oh, got you. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay. So just whatever one's closest you go to. Wow, you have to be really good. Oh, dab. Nice. I'm patiently awaiting a delivery. Last week, actually for the last 2.5 weeks, I've been dealing with a warranty service issue with my main camera body. So 2 days ago, it was shipped back from the service center for the second time, and now I'm going through Best Buy. This isn't through Sony. I went through Best Buy. They had really good interest rates, and I got it financed. So it was smarter than just buying it. And so I went with their warranty plan. And dude, I sent it off twice. And both times it came back with these generic responses that had nothing to do with my initial complaint and problem with the camera. Like straight up. It's like they just ignored everything that the notes said that I put in there with the Geek Squad member. And luckily, the Geek Squad attendant that I was working with the second time saw that, and she's like, "Don't worry, I understand. I used to be a Nikon representative." And I was like, "Oh, thank God, somebody who understands." And she's like, "Yeah, I see the notes we put, and I see the response the service center sent, and that's bullshit." I mean, not as eloquent as my wordage is, but basically she said it was bullshit, and that yes, they didn't address the issue, and they gave me some stupid response back. So luckily, she authorized a full replacement for it. I was so stressed, guys. There's no way I would have been able to replace that right now. My only option at that point was to pay for it to be sent off to Sony and then potentially bring up legal recourse if the Sony repair crew found something wrong, which there would have been something wrong. It was not operating correctly. But now I get a brand new body. Fingers crossed it doesn't have the same problem. Because I'll be real, my camera was questionable from day one. I feel like I just got a bad egg from day one. And I kind of ignored it at first until basically my last wedding I shot, where it straight up overheated without doing anything. It was literally just idling. And I kept getting overheat and shutdown warnings. No, don't bite beast. I think I just got a bad one. Like the A7 IV doesn't have these issues from what I've heard. Neither does the A7 R5. This camera's not even supposed to have those issues. I think it was like a memory or a logic board problem. Like something just was not connected well. Because people were, when I was watching reviews of my camera, they were sticking it inside like a 120-degree oven and letting it record indefinitely in its highest modes without issue. Whereas I was in a 70-degree room without direct sunlight and it overheated. One of the main reasons I actually invested in an external recorder as well was to limit the amount of heat my actual body generated, because I could offload most of the processing to the external recorder. And that's actually what a lot of people have done in the past for cameras that overheat when recording, or if they have a camera that has a record limit. Because a lot of cameras, like, they'll record in this format, but they'll only do it for 15 minutes at a time. Hey Matt, welcome back. Happy to have you. But so a lot of people will get the Atomos because now they can record indefinitely. Because now their camera doesn't have to process. All it has to do is transmit a HDMI signal, which is nowhere near as demanding as actually internally processing to a specific codec. And then saving it to the memory card. The day you get to do the Berkeley Marathon, maybe, Matt. That sounds very fun. I would be very interested. That's the kind of shit I like to do. That's my main favorite thing, is to do adventure film and like documentary film. So hell yeah. But you have to win. That's the only caveat. You have to win. No, but dude, that does sound fun. But yeah, guys, so I get a brand new Alpha 1 today. I am very, very excited, but also a little worried. And I'm gonna have to reprogram it because I had my Alpha 1 set up so good with its quick menus and its custom keys. All the function buttons were set up, and I had it all muscle memoried. Not win, but finish. Yeah, no, I'm just joking with you. Yeah, I'd be down. What's your plan with that? What's your time scale looking like? Are you currently training for it? No, you got to do like a couch marathon for the clicks. Wait, is it like a super challenge race? Maybe I've never heard of this. It's not just a normal marathon then, from the sound of it? Yeah, I know, Matt, you are. That's okay. No, that's how they actually do it, Matt. Is the person is actually very fit, but then they just do a bulking phase, make themselves look big and non-athletic, and then boom, you wouldn't believe the gains this person got. So quick. You know what I mean? Yes, there you go. This isn't about reality. This is about what gets the views. The crazy, it's 100+ miles, so it's a ultra marathon. Oh, okay. Yo. Then yes, I want to document that. Hell yeah. Way more fun sounding. And I like the ultra format because even at a marathon, there's gonna be a shit ton of people around and a shit ton of participants. Whereas an ultra, very quickly you are in a small group or by yourself. Wait, why does it become more? Is it hard to navigate? Oh my god, you better have a solid cue sheet. Oh, that sounds fun, Matt. I've done a bit of navigation, triangulation, work myself, both on land with maps and as well as in the water with charts. And I absolutely love it. I love being able to know how to use a map, a compass, how to find where I am when I have no idea. It's a very good, comforting feeling, having that ability, that special skill. Have to find a book and tear out your bib number as proof. Oh, wow. Hell yeah. That sounds great. That sounds like my kind of event. Maybe not to do, but to be a part of in some way. Ultra runners are very impressive. Ultra athletes in general, I find very impressive. And that's why I like to do that kind of stuff. The backyard. Oh, okay, yeah, I've heard of that. Hell yeah. Oh, that is just such an added level of intricacy. And that's why ultra is kind of fun. It's not about being necessarily the strongest or the fastest. Actually, isn't that the ultra meme? Like, you couldn't cut it as a marathon runner, so you decide to do ultra instead. I'm sus. What's up? Bluetooth is enough. Yes, sir. Or yes, friend. Sorry. Yes. I am on Bluetooth. Well, I am on the companion app right now. I'm paired through the companion app, but I usually use Bluetooth. This isn't my normal streaming setup, but I've always traditionally used Bluetooth. I've used Ant Plus a few times. I personally have not had good success with it, but I know it's very situational depending on like where you're Zwifting, your wireless environment, and all that. Oh look, there's a Ceres kit right there. Who's that? I want that Ceres pink esports kit so bad. I think that is one of the best looking kits in the game. Oh yeah, no problem, I'm sus. Any other questions? Feel free to drop them, my friend. I'm gonna go until an hour, and then I'm gonna call it. The start time is unspecified. Yo, that is cool. I love that premise. Like, you have 12 hours to get here. May the odds be in your favor. Ready, go. Wow, in a run. That is nuts. What's general finisher times for people who do finish? Maybe, beer. Maybe. Loosely. Just under 60 hours. Oh, man. What craziness. How cool. Oh, look, we got a vision kit right there, too. And if you go 1 hour... Dude, okay, Narks, are you serious? Are you being serious now, or are you just, like, trying to play into... Now you're just going completely off the deep end. Because that is... Oh, my God, that is amazing. Wow. How amazing. Oh, so they're to cut off every lap too. Wow. Oh my god, I need to look into this. That is absolutely amazing. An amazing race series. They tried it with like Ram, with Race Across America. They tried to do like this, like dramatized mini series on it. Whoever the organizers were, they've done it a couple times, and no, it did not. I mean, it's just such a niche thing. People were just not interested. A cycling death race, yep. Well, I am getting hungry. I'm glad I'm almost done. Legs feel good though, no pain, guys. Let's go. This is a great sign. You need my opinion. Oh no, I apologize ahead of time then. You did the 4 horsemen on the last climb, which is Alp. Yeah, that's fast, dude. Yeah, dude. Sub-hour, like, is crazy fast on the Alp. Like, most people have a lot of trouble hitting that. And to do it during a 4 horsemen is very impressive. Because you already did Epic, Zwift. You did the other climbs already. You did Volcano. They are good, Matt. And that's the thing, is like, they're really freaking good and they still didn't get much views. Which is like, ah, damn. Yep, we're screwed. Yeah, Loki, that's nuts, man. What was your time? Your time must have been very close to 3 hours with that kind of Alp time. For a while, that was one of the community challenges, was to do 4 horsemen in under 3 hours. Watched one on YouTube not that long ago. Yeah, they're good. Dude, I love that shit. That's why I like to, that's why I want to make films like that more. And less of the stuff I have been doing. Because that stuff is, oh my God. I mean, those type of things, ultra races, Mark Beaumont, circumnavigating the world on bike. Oh my God, so cool. In about 3, nice, man. Yeah, if you were anywhere close to the 3 hour mark, you were going crazy fast. Oh, I bet, Matt. What are the statistics of first-timers completing? I bet that's just crazy low. And is there a qualification process for it? Like you had to do the one of the other ultra races qualifier.
If you want to know the secret,
Casey, hello.
That's
Salts, you brought him back. Thank you. And you brought, did you bring Kimbo? Oh, double thanks. How's it going, guys? Casey, how was your ride, man? Oh, I haven't put up the pop-up yet. Oh, man. Injury simulator. 6.8. Kimbo. How have you been, man? No, I've been recovering from some injuries, so I have not been getting much volume, and I've not been pushing my limits very much. But my swimming's getting good. My swimming is getting very good, again. And I'm sus, thank you for the follow. Welcome into our functionally dysfunctional family. Days were 2A. But let me guess, it was your 4th race of the week, and it's only Tuesday. Casey, have you tried any of those Draft 4.1 events yet? Two races. Oh, see, I was nearly right. Within 24 hours. There you go. Yeah, I need to as well. Yo, LePage, Halo 2.0. Oh man, bring back aim. I learned so much. It's basically what raised me. Do you really, LePage? My mom still has an AOL. And I just am like, never get rid of that. Is there a disc in the mail for 4.1? What do you mean? Prodigy? No experience on Prodigy. Runners known as virgins are required to bring a license plate from their state country as part of the entrance fee. Oh, that's interesting. God, what an interesting event this is. Did I just drop the pay spot? Yep. All right, well, we're done anyway. Perfect timing. Previous racers are required to bring an additional fee, which is the past. Has included things as a white shirt, socks, or a flannel shirt as a donation for being a non-finisher. These donations are apparently based on the current needs of Lazarus Lake at the time. Prior finishers of the marathon who return to run again must submit a pack of Camel cigarettes. Dude, that's an expensive entry fee out here in the United States, man. Oh, I missed your first message. Registration in the Berkeley is limited to 40 runners. Usually fills up quick the day registration opens. Oh, I bet. Requirements and times to submit an entry application are closely guarded secrets with no details. So it's probably hard to be a virgin runner then. Like, it's actually a challenge to do that. Closely guarded secret, no details of advertised publicly. Potential interest must complete an SNY. Dude, this is insane. $1.60 application fee and a complete other requirements subject to change. Oh my God. Okay, now we get into Berkeley runners. Dear God. Oh, mail you CDs. Oh yeah, we used to use them for frisbees. Now I remember. As a kid, they'd be like sparkly frisbees. We'd pretend we were superheroes with special powers. The registration fee race bib number is 1. Always given to the person deemed to be the least likely to finish one lap. Oh my God. So you gotta get bib 1 and then defeat all the odds. A human sacrifice. Oh, what? Dude, what the hell? Yeah, I fell behind. Sorry about. Okay, now I'm catching up with everything else. Logan BBS, your jam back in the day. Oh yeah, I didn't ever mess with Prodigy. There you go. Yeah, just use the free 25K. No, just create a million accounts like we don't want to throw him under the bus. We don't want to throw Matias under the bus, so we won't say his name. Then the CD rewrite came out, and you could rewrite it well discs. Oh man. Not that you would. What non-innocent things could you do with that? Probably none. You've been pretty good. I'm doing okay, Kimbo. It's good to see you, man. I've been dealing with an injury, which is nearly better. I don't know. I've been saying this for over a week and a half now, but I feel like I've been on the mend only to not be on the mend. But basically, it's been a long injury that has not gone away. But yesterday was a big day of improvement, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. And like today, I felt really good. Like no pain on the bike, no discomfort on the bike or in the water when I did my swim this morning. But it messed with my head for a while. I felt very discouraged to exercise or do anything or like, you know, like try to rehab. I was just like, oh, screw it. But I recently did start rehabbing and actually, you know, doing things that would make me better, and it's working. Yes, sir, Kimbo. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Is it just because you haven't had the time or taken the time to set it up yet in a new place? It's so easy. Like, it's so easy to not ride as it is easy to ride on indoor setups sometimes, because it's like, oh, I can just jump on, and then because it's so easy to just jump on or just set it up, you might not, right? Or is that maybe I'm just speaking from guilt, my own guilt. But it's like sometimes things when they're easy, they become, you know, you can be a little complacent. At least for me. Like when I came here, like it took me an extra like 3 days to set the bike up, and it was literally just like right over there. Like there was no reason other than I was just like, oh, I'm just it'll take me 10 minutes to set it up. Oh God, take me an hour to get my OBS working so that I can stream. Oh, that's too much. Maybe I should go have a cheeseburger. That sounds better. No, this is a temporary, I'm out in Oklahoma visiting my brother. This is his place. I'll probably be out here at least 2 or 3 more weeks. I was planning to do a race out here, and I was going to come out here and train and also do a lot of things, help my brother with some stuff. The race was actually secondary. It was just an added excuse to come out here. It was like, oh, let me find something that I can do while I'm out there, you know, helping him out. But then this injury popped up, and there is a slim to no chance that I will have enough run form in time before the race. But my swim and my bike will be good. So I'm going to just continue like pushing those, and then hopefully I can get the run going when I feel better. And then once I can do that, then I'll sign up for another event. I'm not letting the fact that I probably can't do this event slow my training down on the bike or the run yet, or the swim yet. I'm going to keep them basically tuned and ready to go so that I can add in the running when the time permits. It sucks. That was one of the biggest problems with my headspace, was that like one of the biggest reasons I came out here to visit my brother was also that, oh, I'll get a race in too, you know? And turns out my body said nope. But yeah, I think I have a bit of a small tear that I've been dealing with. Is this the brother that came in and was on stream in Cali last summer? Yes, with the curly hair that did the weightlifting and stuff with me. Yeah, he moved out to Oklahoma. When his dad passed away, he inherited the house that his dad used to live in, which is where we are right now. And so he decided to just move his life out here. And now he's working out here. But he's a family. Our family's really close. At least my immediate family is very close. So him being out here and like a lot of my other family being on the West Coast, it was messing with him. It was tough on him. You know, he works really hard and like 10, 12-hour shifts every day. It's hard for him to get anything done. It was just a lot of things where he was having trouble with, just general things. Like, you know, like even like mailing certain things and like, I don't know, meeting with people. Like I've met with a couple of his attorneys when he was dealing with some loan stuff with the house and like things that he just physically could not do because he works when everyone else is working. And so I'm helping him with some stuff. Long story long. You were worried with all the fires and my plans to move back. Oh God. Yeah, I'm not hoping there's going to be too many bad fires this year, but we'll see. Oh, with Kembo. Gotcha. Howdy, Bo. Good to see you. Fire? Only when you put down the power, bath salts. You like fire? We don't need no fire, we don't need no water. That's how it goes, actually. Yeah, man. You know, I'll be real. California could use a break from some natural disasters. At least my family could. We've been evacuated the last 3 or 4 years at some point. No, at least the last 3. Because I know we got evacuated twice from fires and once from the floods. And that was all within the last 3 years. I'm trying to think if there was a 4th, but I don't think so. Unless it was like 2 evacuations within the same event. That was the move. Dude, right? It's like you're either getting floods or wildfires right now in California. I guess we can't hate on the floods too much, even if they do damage our shit. Because at least it means we have some water. It's a love-hate thing when you're watching your house flood and you're like, this is a good thing. Ah! It's not a good thing. Not for us, not our individual at that time. But yeah, stay that way. Stay good. Alrighty. Alright. I think that's all I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna end the YouTube stream. So all the 0 people that are watching me on YouTube,